I'm
Louisa.
like sweating in this thing. How do you wear that? And you're in Texas.
Yeah, but my air conditioning's at 65.
Oh, well, you also just had like a snow apocalypse in there.
Yeah, we sure did. What was the most silly fight you've ever had? I love you guys. All right, Louisa, love SPN, love you back. Silly fight.
We did an entire fight outtake that was in slow motion. That was pretty awesome.
That's right. That was the finale.
Yeah. We did that. It was, unrehearsed and unplanned.
Wow.
But we
gave each other a look right before.
You know why? Because Rob said, slow it down.
Oh.
He said, okay, guys, hey, that's a very common note for Rob, and I think most stunt coordinators is to slow the fight down.
Yeah, if you're fighting real speed, you lose it.
Well, yeah, there's two things. There's two things that can happen if you're fighting at the speed that normal people would fight. One, the camera's not going to see it because it's so fast. It's a blur. It's a motion blur. And two, you're fighting at real speed. You have a higher chance of getting hurt. Something wrong happening. When you slow it down, you can be more precise about your movements, and the camera can see it, and it doesn't feel like you've slowed down.
Hey, did that make it? Do we have a gag reel? Did that make it to the gag reel? Do we have a gag reel?
I'm sure it did. Yeah, you guys probably see that. But at anytime like we get a note that is so either just so obvious or something that we can completely play with, Jared and I don't even have to conversate. We don't have to like talk about it. It's just a look of just.
Yep. Yeah. He said, slow it down. We'll slow it down.
Slow it down. And so they're like, action. And we did that so many times over the course of Supernatural. Not so many times, but
also that time specifically was a really high intensity day. I mean, that was
it was probably the most high octane day.
Yeah,
years.
We like the crew, the cast, the crew, the stunt guys and gals. Everybody needed to laugh, and we were like, okay, we know what's coming at the end of the day. We know we're about to shoot, where we're all going to be crying for 8 hours straight. So let's get this laugh in while we can. And so we just made it silly,
That's one thing that I assume I'm going to miss the most working on other shows is Jared and I had kind of a knack of when anything started to get really kind of heavy and serious, and there was a lot on the line. He and I always had a knack of just popping the bubble and taking the air out of it. And what it did was it allowed people to relax into what they needed to do. And in my opinion, it was a better product because of it. If there's so much tension and that can lead to anxiety, and that can lead to missteps, and that can lead to people forgetting their words or stumbling and they can't or making a wrong move with it. And it's just all of a sudden you take the air out of all of that and you laugh.
Yeah.
Laughter is a beautiful cure for a lot of that. And I will be forever grateful at the laughter that occurred on Supernatural.
Amen.
Yeah.